Good day, sir. This is our report about social media ethics. According to Merriam-Webster 2018, a term social media is a form of electronics communication such as websites for social networking and microblogging, through which users create online communities to share information, ideas, personal message, and other content such as videos. Because of technology, many people have more interested in social media, especially when the pandemic comes, and almost 3 months of home quarantine, and the work of our parents stops, and also the education of the students. Because of pandemic, social media is a way or key of the government to continue the work but in home and the studies of every student using social media. Social media has a big part in our life, especially if we have transaction in other country. According to Social Media Hats 2017, there are 1.86 billion active Facebook users in the world, and 85.2% of its daily active users are outside the US and Canada. Our country, the Philippines, is the fifth largest Facebook user with 39.8 billion users in 2017, and it will balloon to 47.33 million by 2022, followed by YouTube's 1 billion users, 600 million on Instagram, 540 million on Google, and 328 million on Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest, and LinkedIn respectively. Rules in social media. Social media is a unique from traditional form of media is its interactivity. The gap between being a content provider and being an audience, social media platforms users take on two roles currently. Role as a content provider. Compared to print, radio, televisions, and even some websites in the internet, social media sites its users the opportunity to build one's own content. Making content is like writing poetry, opinions to a certain topic that can be posted in your own account. Every content creator generates contents such as written words, stream audio, and etc. Social media has its ability to let its users or creators receive feedback through comments to open an opportunity for interaction by means of liking and or commenting on any post. Creating content is means of creating your own identity online or online customization. Rule of audience. Being audience, the entertainment is the primary reason why we spend hours in social media. According to a study done by NM Insight entitled The State of Social Media 2011, 67% of adult users use social media for entertainment and 64% do as a creative outlet. Social media, in terms of being an audience, is the ability to provide the users the chance to give feedback instantaneously and conveniently. A simple like and heart icon, among others, can create trends to get us noticed and even bring us infamy. Being an audience, the one we can do is to give comment and support the content creator.
Popular social media platforms. Friends come from the name Friendster. He put the word friend in its name, and the stir followed trend from Nevoster, a highly popular free MP3 music files sharing website during the time. Facebook. It's an application or website in social media that can easily connect, share, and socialize with people. This site was founded in 2004 by Mark Zuckerberg. Twitter began as a microblogging platform created by programmers who were Odco Incorporated in San Francisco, California. Hashtag, a simple yet ingenious way of organizing information in an otherwise overwhelming social media information highway, first introduced in August 24, 2007 in Twitter. There are three reasons why millennials prefer Twitter over Facebook. Number one is the world is more connected. Number two, Twitter is where the conversation starts. And the last, number three, everyone has a voice. Broadcast yourself, or YouTube. YouTube is a social media focuses on sharing videos online. YouTube mission is to provide fast access and the ability to share videos frequently. Blogging. Livingstone 2013 stated that bloggers are often referred to as citizen journalists to emphasize the fact that you do not need to be a professional journalist to write and publish news. Blogging takes news and opinion dissemination in a whole new level by allowing reporters or everyone to submit their stories instantly, not with their newspaper, but on their blogs. Bloggers Code of Ethics. The Philippine Center for Investigative Journalists, or PCIJ, asserts that the responsible bloggers acknowledge that publishing words in their blogs publicly require them to have certain ethical obligation to their reader. Cyberjournalist.net 2012 has created excellent standard of bloggers code of ethics by modifying the Society of Professional Journalists Code of Ethics for the web world. Number one, be honest and fair. Bloggers should be honest and fair in gathering, reporting, and interpreting information. Bloggers should never plagiarize, identify and link to sources whenever feasible. The public is entitled to as much information as possible on sources, reliability, and etc. Number two, minimize harm. Ethical bloggers treat sources and subject as human beings deserving of respect. Number three, be accountable. Bloggers should admit mistakes and correct them promptly. Explain each web blog's mission and invite dialogue with the public over its content and bloggers' conduct, etc. Social media ethics. Sites like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and other blogging sites have transformed how we interact with technology, particularly the internet. Social media is prone to both bias and misinterpretation. According to Stern and Taylor 2007, many activities that we carry out on Facebook or other social media accounts raise ethical issues, like some users use FB for sex. Ethical consideration in our role in social media. There are two that we must consider that we have two roles in any social media site. One, content provider, and two, an audience. As content provider, it may vary from posting a simple tweet, shout-out, photo, and video, among others. Users should consider the following: context, reach, sensibilities, and repercussion. As audience, expressing support, liking and reacting to criticizing content posted and shared by others need to be considered before reacting, commenting, or even just viewing content. Watch or read at your own peril. Not everything is what it appears to be. Remember the golden rule: you have no monopoly on intelligence and ignorance. To speak ill of others is a dishonest way of praising ourselves.
Social media ethic. Fake news. Fake news. Fake news is a false or misleading information presented as news. Fake news often has the aim of damaging the reputation of a person or entity, or making money through advertising revenue. Fake news is also a source that intentionally fabricated information disseminate to advance a specific political perspective. News in social media. Melvin Mencher 2008 defined news as a break from a normal flow of events, an interruption of the expected. It is our nature to be in the known or to be updated in the happening around us. In a study by Purcell, Rainey, Mitchell, Rosenshal, and Olmsted 2010 revealed that 37% internet users have experience sharing news stories through social media sites, hence establish social media as a powerful news referring source. In a study by Lee, C.S. and Ma L. 2013, they asserted that like traditional media, social media has a function of providing news stories to users. And this difference are: number one, social media users have an active participation in producing news content, posting and sharing links or news stories from source. Sabo and Hoberman, 2010. Number two, social media users are connected with each other through similar interests. And last, social media is different from traditional media because we can customize our news choices and interact with other. Chang, 2008. So how to spot a fake news? Check the source. Check the web address for the page you're looking at. Sometimes fake news site may have spelling errors in the URL or use less conventional domain extensions such as Infonet or Offer. If you are unfamiliar with this site, look in the About Us section. Check the author. Research them to see if they are credible. For example, are they real? Do they have a good reputation? Are they writing about their specific area of expertise? And do they have a particular agenda? Consider what the writer's motivation might be. Check the sources. Are other reputable news or media outlets reporting on the story? Are credible sources cited within the story? Professional global news agencies have editorial guidelines and extensive resources for fact-checking. So if they are also reporting the story, that's a good sign. Maintain a critical mindset. A lot of fake news is cleverly written to provoke strong emotional reactions such as fear or anger. Maintain a critical mindset by asking yourself, why has this story been written? Is it promoting a particular cause or agenda? Is it trying to make me click through another website? Check the facts. Credible news stories will include plenty of facts, data, statistics, quotes from experts, and so on. If there are missing, question why. Report with false information often contain incorrect dates or altered timelines. So it's a good idea to check when the article was published. Is it a current or old news stories? Check the comments. Even if the article or video is legitimate, the comments below may not be. Often links or comments posted in response to content can be auto-generated by bots or people hired to put our misleading or confusing information. Check your own biases. We all have biases. Could this be influencing the way you respond to the article? Social media can create echo chambers by suggesting stories that match your existing browsing habits, interests, and opinions. The more we read from diverse sources and perspectives, the more likely it is that we can draw accurate conclusions. Check whether it's a joke. Satirical websites are popular, and sometimes it is not always clear whether a story is just a joke or parody. Check the website to see if it's known for satire or creating funny stories. Check images are authentic. Images you see in social media could have been edited or manipulated. Possible signs include warping, where straight lines in the background not appear wavy, as well as strange shadows, judged edges, or skin tone that look too perfect. Bear in mind, too, that an image may be accurate but simple use in a misleading context. You can use tools such as Google's reverse image search to check where an image originates from and whether it has been altered. And lastly, use a fact-checking site. So we are Group 8 reporting social media and social media fake news in ethics.